Shh. Soft of eye and light of touch. Speak ye little, listen much. Boy, has that line saved my life from the Wiccan Read Poetic Version by Doreen Valiente. And though I am no longer Wiccan, it's still a smart one. It's still a wise, a wise one, considering Scorpio Moon on a Sunday. Boy, the push and pull of that, huh? Choose wisely. I hope you are all well. My patrons, and yes, this is the public edition that we do on Sundays. Not every Sunday, but whatever this means. Then a good mood, oddly enough. But then again, I just came back from vacation. Woo! Got back to work yesterday. Took me a while to get stuff done. But I'm here. I'm queer, and you're used to me. Hi. Yay, new hair, new skin, new muscular whatever. That massage was wonderful. Gurneys of Montauk. Thank you. Had some of the most amazing practitioners that worked on me. I'm not going to mention names because, that gets weird. But I had a salt glow. I had a CBD massage. I never had one of those before because it was illegal. Back last time I was at Gurney's, practically 20 years ago. I've been there for events, but whatever. You don't care, and nor should you. Lillian and I had a wonderful time. The food was amazing. The people who work there are just wonderful. We drove into town to get haircuts because they don't have a salon at Gurney's. They used to. They don't anymore, and that's okay. And everything was like, it was like ghost town. Like, it was pouring rain, right? And my guides were like, turn left, turn right, go here, go there. We drove to Montauk, and sure enough, we found the one hairstylist open. Lovely man. Cut our hair, right? It was just great. Like, everything fell into place, and what few inconveniences there were, we dealt with grace and charm. And I'm going to say this as delicately as I can. The deadly sin of entitlement in places like that can be really, really, really high in terms of the clients, right? And how people really, I hate to say the word abuse, but it can be very abusive. Maybe that's what it is. When they don't get their way. And Lil and I are artists. We're used to not getting our way. Not every artist has it that way. Good morning, Grace. Just remember, this is public. This is public live stream. Just reminding you that. Well, not now. Later, it will be public. So, Lily and I, we were having such a good time. We were so grateful to be there. That we were just kind to everybody and sweet and like making people laugh. And, I'm not going to single out anybody there. Oh, the men there. Oh, the men there are so beautiful and kind and sweet and gentlemanly. Like, that's the turn on. When I was younger, let's talk Scorpio Moon for a moment. When I was younger, I liked bad boys. I mean, I still like bad boys. Bad men. Let's put it that way. What was my joke? Do you have a neck tattoo? Do you have a neck tattoo? See what I deal with? Come here, Melky. Is the Scorpio moon like opposing your Taurus sun right now? My cats don't care about astrology. They're cats. Got a neck tattoo, a substance abuse problem, and really bad credit, then you're the man for me, right? No. Although I do love a Hades archetype. Persephone archetype in me loves a Hades archetype. There's nothing like a gentleman. And if anything, Hades is a gentleman, I will say. Eldest of the Olympians family. So I had a really, really, really good time. The men were wonderful. And a lot of creativity. It really was kind of like, it wasn't a work trip, right? Although we met some really cool people there that were there on work things. I'm not talking about that either. Too much. But it was a creative getaway. Lil's working on a big project. I am vowed choose secrecy to not talk about it, which is fine. A witch under vows of confidentiality. Yeah, I'm a safe space. I'm a confessor. I've heard more. I don't remember all of it. You can't remember all of the confessions you've heard. You just know that feels like a confession. I'm not saying anything, right? I'm not breaking that confidence. But it's amazing. It is really good. And though I am not collaborating with her, I am in support of her. I'm her witch as well as one of her best friends. She's one of my best friends. I mean, she moved in with me in the studio 70 the Fenway, apartment 16 in Boston, 1987, probably. Yeah, at least 1987. So we trust each other. It wasn't a completely a bump-free ride, literally or personally, but we work it out. Soulmates do that, particularly friends, right? And we both have a very similar sense of humor. So we were able to crack each other up as we went along. Any tense moments were pretty quickly diffused when you were going to get a massage, right? So how much of the stress are each and every one of us holding individually? Moon and Scorpio today, the possibility of on a Sunday, a day of healing. We are still in waning moon, that the shadow work might run high today, but what you share is up to you, and what you say and what you do, is this going to rhyme, is your choice, right? Throat chakra. I would call today a throat chakra dominant day because you got to chew on it. Right? Because remember, if somebody steps on your landmine, don't blame them. It's your landmine, but don't blame yourself either. Because there's conditioning that we are carrying, lead, if you want to look at it that way, that we have to alchemize into gold if we want to jump a timeline. Now, there is this movie that came out. I can't remember what it is, the name of it. But Lil was talking about it, like, there were awards for it at the Golden Globe, all about like quantum timelines. That's not the name of it, I'm sure. I suck at names. But I'm determined to watch it because Lil's like, oh my God, Mel, you gotta fucking see this movie. She likes all that stuff you talk about. I'm like, okay, put it on the list of the 10 billion other things people want me to watch, but that one's going to the top of the list. Maybe tonight. I have to find out what platform it's on. I'll find it. Don't even remember the name of it. But that's the thing. There is a quantum timeline. There are infinite numbers of them. Pick your superhero, universe. MCU does it. DC Comics. Woo. The DC universe is real big on Infinite Earths. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Cappuccino on Infinite Earths. Whatever. Cappuccino Crisis on Infinite Earths. Okay, James Gunn, come for me. I'll give you some ideas, please. He just got married. If you guys watch Peacemaker, again, I suck at names. And you don't say actress anymore. You say actor. Actor has become the gender neutral thing, so I'm good with that. The blonde female actor, I don't know how to say it. He married her, and I'm glad they did. She's gorgeous, and he's fun. Although he fired Henry Cavill. He'll deal with that in the afterlife, I'm sure. He'll probably have to come back as, I don't know, like a shoe salesman. Al Bundy. Or Peg. Take him down a peg. Yeah. That would be up a peg. I loved Peg Bundy. Anyway, I'm all over the map. Why? Because I'm home and I'm rested and my nervous system has been de-stressed and my lower back feels great. Well, it's not like the CBD oil is still kicking in, but no, I got some blood in there, right? Them places, the knots where she worked them out. Work those knots, Dawn. Work those knots, Dawn. Only certain people will get that joke. I hope you do. So yeah, I'm ready. I already started the 5-card draws. I got Aries, posted Aries yesterday. Did Taurus yesterday. We'll post that today. And today I think I'm doing Gemini, Cancer, Leo, maybe Virgo. Like if I get those done, I'll be ahead of the game. So I can get these all done in the next couple of days and get back to the path of true love reads with extendeds because those are fun. They are deep. So I had to reschedule everything, and I did because I've got clients this week. I think I've got like 2 or 3 clients booked early in the week. And a lot of stuff to get done now that I'm back, but I'm ready, I think. right? Let's not have the hubris to believe we already understand, to have the humility to know that we don't know, and to know that, life is a mystery and everyone must stand alone, because it's like a prayer or something. I heard that somewhere. It's so deep. It's Madonna, darling. I'm always down for an ab fab quote. Long live Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley. Oh, and Bubble, Jane Horrocks. There's a pantheon for you. Saf. So yeah, well, that's a Scorpio moon thing. Just go watch Ab Fab today and stay in bed if you can. But watch your words with other people and watch your choices. By the way, the ability to heal addictive patterns today, even just a little bit, is huge, right? It's a tricky thing, especially Scorpio moon, because it's so second chakra, right? Scorpio rules. I love when they call them the gonads. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody's favorite American family, the gonads, right? Yeah, it sounds like the American family, bunch of gonads. If you could get the gonads and the coneheads together, you'd have a movie. You'd have probably a series. They're from France. Whatever. No, today is the day. Second chakra is one of the addiction chakras. The other one is throat, right? So your relationship to things one-on-one. Like, look, I'll say I'm addicted to coffee. Why? And I mean seriously addicted to coffee, because if I don't drink coffee, you ever been through a caffeine detox? I did it once when I did a couple of times when I did the Arise and Shine. Oh, ARISE, Arise and Shine detox. I don't know if the company's still there, but it was bentonite shakes with psyllium and herbal products to break down the mucoid fecal matter in the intestine. It was a lot. Couldn't drink coffee with it though. Coffee detox is a nightmare. That's a literal physical addiction. And take your meds, do what you got to do. But more importantly, I would say today's a day to bring those shadows to light, but you ain't got to tell nobody. But I do highly recommend you get a confessor. Everybody has spirit guides. Everybody has guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, ancestors, and higher selves, all the way back to the divine singularity. I say it so many times a day. To confess that way. But sometimes it's really, really helpful if you have a confidant, someone that will keep confidentiality, right? Put it in the vault, right? If you want to Seinfeld it. It's so Seinfeldian. You can really get some things off your chest, right? Because look at it. Second chakra, addiction, one-on-one relationship to a thing, to a substance. Everybody's addicted to money, honey. I only play for money, honey. It's a song, not mine. New Pornographers, amazing group from Canada. But that's the thing, to move it up, right? Move it up the chakra system, to have the personal power and the solar plexus to say, no, my boundaries are, I'm going to share this or I'm not going to feel that out. What's going on in my heart? Yeah. Because so much of our addictive patterning, and I just don't mean drugs and alcohol. I mean dependency, unhealthy dependency on other people, codependence, right? Habitual negativity is an addiction. Complaining can be an addiction and also a sign of the vampire archetype. So, guard your neck today. We are aware of this stuff. Not everyone on planet Earth is. So even if you step on somebody's landmine and you're addicted to blaming yourself, all right, stick a pin in that, because they reminded me of this last night. There are many different forms of narcissism. We all know the aggressive narcissist. They're obvious, right? Unless you're not familiar with it. I don't know how you wouldn't be. The abusers, right? But there is passive narcissist, which is what a lot of the spiritual folks fall into, because it's a necessary part of our spiritual evolution. Now, bear with me. This is not my concept, by the way. Well, theirs, but this is a thing. This is an actual psychological thing. So aggressive, let's just say passive and aggressive, right? So an aggressive narcissist Nothing's their fault. It's always your fault. Passive narcissist, it's always my fault. It's always my fault. So if you find yourself habitually apologizing for shit you didn't do, you might be a passive narcissist. Now, that's okay. It doesn't mean you're like that all your life. This is what spiritual awakening is. Once you start getting that unity thing, all right, there's only one of us. This is a video game we're in. This is right. This is we incarnated. We're immortal souls. The soul is not narcissistic. The soul is divine. It's love, essentially. So, whatever arises, love that, right, Matt Con? Wherever you are out there, I love you, Matt Con. Lifesaver, you big kale flavored lifesaver. Right? So keep in mind, so easy to watch news and go, narcissist, narcissist, narcissist. Right? It's okay. We've only had a couple of thousand lifetimes of that on this planet. Talk about Scorpio Moon on a Sunday. Yeah, go look at your past life stuff today. So take a trip to the Akashic Records Library. Go have a look at your incarnational map. But to also keep in mind your own patterns, right? It's such a deep pattern, narcissism on all of it. And by the way, passive and aggressive narcissism are just two of that toxic pantheon, but they're written into the script. So easy to pick out in other people. Can you see it in yourself? Teenagers are supposed to be narcissistic, right? Have you noticed? Right, most of them. You know, it depends on, I guess, how you were raised, but it is that part of individuation. Me. Do, re, me. Do, si, me. Just checking. That's solar plexus, isn't it? Do, re, mi. Yeah, third chakra. That's weird. The shit you see, you don't even realize you know. So just be aware of that today. That's why make your choices. What would love do? Which, you know, for me, it's what would Wonder Woman do? Wonder Woman would grab the magic lasso, I don't know, latch onto a lightning bolt and fucking fly. I don't know. I really hope they keep Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. She's perfect. Not like James Gunn gives a rat's ass what this witch has to say. Where's my gigantic Diana action figure is over there. I'm getting it right now. ID. But yeah. So am I all over the map right now? Yeah, I am. But I feel good. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I don't know about wealthy. Well, wealth is subjective and metaphoric. And wise, geez, I hope so. But I'm enjoying the journey today. And we'll see. You know, stub your toe. Shit changes fast. But bottom line, I think, well, I'm not ready to rock and roll just yet. I call this the sofa Sherpa wrap. It sounds like something at Panera. I'll have the sofa Sherpa wrap or the sofa shaman Sherpa wrap. Oh, it's so comfy. And so yeah, I got a good day ahead of me, but let's see. I'm gonna do my best. Colored my hair, yay. Tried something different. Talk about, it's not a transformation, it's just a change. Rich black in the roots to about mid-length, and then extreme purple for the rest on the ends, but you can't see it in this light. Put me out in sunlight, though. It's really cool. Is that enough to share? Have I overshared? Chances are, yes, I have. But you know what? Somebody said to me a couple of months ago, and it pissed me off at first. Like, you overshare, you share too much, you're giving away too much. That's what the person said to me. And I was like, yeah, because I'm leaving it on the dance floor. So many people want this to be their last life, last incarnation on planet Earth. I understand that. I certainly do. And I understand why we come back. If there's unfinished business, right? If we said, oh, it's like on a movie where you run the scene and they're like, cut. It's like, you got a booger hanging out of your nose. They're like, oh my God, right? Let's do that again. I don't want that on film, right? Yeah. So we do come back because once you're out of the game and you realize you're immortal, There are no taxes, and death is not real. So there are no death and taxes outside of this world, apparently, or at least this dimension of it. Then you're like, all right, let's try that again. Like playing a video game, right? When you're 1 point away or whatever from beating the big boss, or I don't know, the rainbow lollipop, if you're playing those kind of match games, right? No, play again, right? I'm good at this time. That's what brings us back. So that's why I'm like, leave it on the dance floor. Don't die with your music left inside of you. I think it was Wayne Dyer who either made the quote or shared the quote. I can't remember. So I'm not leaving any of my music left in me if I can handle it. I don't care. And you know, I have other options. I don't have to be doing this way. I love, you know, Patreon and making the videos and stuff like this. But, you know, talk about quantum versions. There's a version of me that has an OnlyFans account, and maybe I'm doing, you know, Nikki Tarot. I'd probably make a hell of a lot more money. But I don't think I need to leave that on the dance floor. I am, after all, a Virgo. Yeah. My virginity grows back by daylight, by the way. Extremely helpful. Considering I'm a top, it's really a moot point. So I guess that's about it. Oh, except to say, I have a mad, wicked crush on Dylan Hollis, I think his name is. TikTok guy who takes old recipes and bakes stuff. Thin as a rail, tall, too young for me. I don't know how old he is, but he's either old enough to be my son or my grandson. But he makes me laugh. He's adorable. And I could pick him up with one hand, if you know who I'm talking about. I love him. That's the thing. I'm not. How much of my language? Oh, right. I'm not monetized on YouTube anymore. I'm not a star fucker. I never have been. Oh, you're famous. How nice for you. Nice hair, right? It's like I've never tried to ride on anybody's coattails or whatever. Cachet adjacent, right? You know? No. But there are some people I would like to meet, and there are some people I would love to read in this life. I'd love to read certain people. But that guy, if you know who I'm talking about, oh, he's adorable. He is. And my heart goes, hi. And I'm like, no, he's on TikTok. Oh, you kids and your TikTok. But he's adorable. And follow him. He's great. B. Dylan Hollis or something like that. You know, I suck at names, but check him out. He's a riot. He is a riot. And now I realize the gentleman vibe and the funny vibe together, that's part of my pin code, apparently. It's not all of it, but it's some of it. But you got to be a guy. That's just what I'm into. Yeah. I guess that's about it. I think I've overshared, and I'm okay with it. Why? Because it's Scorpio Moon on a Sunday. Confession, location. Let's do a prayer. Send you on your way. Because I say it all the time. This is my favorite way to start the day. And you can feel the authenticity in that, right? Please take a nice deep breath. Please take a nice sip of coffee. Excuse me. No nipple on YouTube. Still point. Still point. I call upon our collective pantheons of the divine, our guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, ancestors, and higher selves, all the way back to the divine singularity, the Tao without name, the pregnant void, the mother of all, source, to surround each and every one of us today in a force field of light, containing and protecting our energy fields so that we may contain that which might be too Scorpio Moony, that we not sting ourselves or anybody else for that matter, and that if we have any empathic, intuitive, whatever whoozy what's is going on, that all the information and energy that gets to us, even on that level, does so clearly, cleanly, and for the well-being of all, so that we can have empathy without being taken down to the bottom of the ocean of someone else's pain, but that we can reverse that flow with a blessing. Silently, may you be blessed, may you heal, may you have all that you need to awaken, which sometimes feels like a curse, because triggers trigger healing. But it's our choice as to whether we want to blame ourselves or anybody else, passive or aggressive narcissism, or say, no, this is written in. This is my next thing, the next step in the game, the next lesson, the next chapter, the next piece of lead to be alchemized to gold, shifting to a more golden timeline, which doesn't mean it's Fantasy Island. We know, well, we hope we know. I don't know, some of that law of attraction stuff, they think it's Fantasy Island. Rich Corinthian leather. But that we may just play the game and understand that when we leave this game, it will all make sense. Not so much from a human reason point of view, but from a divine purpose point of view. And thank you very much, because today is Sunday, a day of prophecy, a day of clarity. Maybe we can catch a glimpse of that. Maybe we can catch a glimpse of that higher point of view, that higher altitude. Probably through feeling what we got to feel and making wise, loving, empowered choices. Get up into that 8th chakra if you can. Help us do that today. Help us to see things from the 8th chakra, that we may get that we're doing the best. Everyone is doing the best that they can. Yes, even them. To be the best that they can be, fulfill their role in the game, what they came in to do, their contracts. I like contracted performer, artist, and anchor paradise, planet Earth, heaven on earth, peace on earth, because that's the name of the game, for me at least. That's what I signed up for. So take us by the hand, walk us through this day, step by step, moment by moment, breath by breath, that we may make the wisest, most loving, most empowered choices and decisions we can for the well-being of all, with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So motivate. And so it is. Just about 30 minutes. Why? Because apparently I'm a morning talk show. Really, with commercials. Done. So it's time. Back to the tarot minds. Thank you, Grace, for chatting with me today. I'm going to release this to the public in a little bit. And then doing the Gemini Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sign, and Crosswatcher 5-card draw. What do they need? Read for this new moon, Sagittarius, to full moon in Leo, January into February 2023. You try remembering that and saying it. Of course, by the time I hit Pisces, I can repeat it like the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah, they started us young on that, didn't they? Pledge of Allegiance. I'm for. Anyway. I love you. Have a really good day. Reach out if you need it. I'm taking clients. That's another reason why schedules are being juggled like mad. Oh, and I have a date this week, a lunch date. That's about what I'm ready for. Nice guy, though. A Pisces. Uh-oh, said my Pisces moon. We'll see. Dinner with friends this week, because part of my Yule intention, slowly but surely it's happening. It's not to stop hermitage entirely and get out into the world. No. To ease up on the hermitage and get out into the world a little bit more. Unfortunately, I'm doing it in January, but what are you going to do? You're going to roll with it. That's what I'm going to do. So have a good day. I love you. May you be blessed with the very, very best. And remember, you get to choose and decide who you want to be moment by moment. I love you. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be. Bye.